Welcome back to Truly Heal and the last of the 7 lessons that guarantee you a stunning career as a health coach, health practitioner, or educator. Let's heal the future together, change this world, and at the same time earn money. And that's the subject for today. Building a money tree, increasing value, increasing your net worth, and feeling worthy of doing so. So let's jump right into it. This is a very important subject, and I left it for last because it's probably the most exciting of all. There are 3 different types of thinking, and how do you feel about money should be a question that you don't need to ask yourself. If you don't have any money, well, then that usually means that you don't have a high value. And there could be 3 reasons. Number 1, you waste it all, you spend it, you just put it everywhere but into your savings. Or you have one of those attitudes that says it's bad for the soul, it makes you decadent, it corrupts, it's unclean, all those spiritual reasons for denying money. Or you have the mentality of a poverty thinking, it doesn't grow on tree, it's hard to come by, everybody takes it from you, nothing is for free, it's very challenging to earn money. And that is also something that will reflect in the way you deal with life. So we don't want to have either of those 3. We want to move in the middle, which means you have an attitude of understanding what you do with your money. It opens doors. I can study, I can learn, I can help others, I can actually transform and change this world if I have money. I can invest, I can grow more, I can reach many people. There is 1,000 opportunities in having money. So use it for the right reason, and all of a sudden there's nothing bad about it. And if you do something great, you're worthy of receiving it. And that's something we do in our business blueprint, where we really discern very clearly with lists so that you say, wow, yes, I know what I do with it. Yes, it's for the betterment of mankind, and I deserve to have it. Now, the second reason that I mentioned has to do with where you invest your money. And we all know social status, having the latest gadgets, the latest iPhone, a great dress, beautiful shoes, can swallow up a lot of money instead of putting it into your bank. Education, well, we know all those education junkies that run from one workshop to another instead of applying what they learn. Savings, very few people actually put money away, save it and build it up and grow more, because that's something they've never learned. Money is there to spend, and they have always different values. Purpose can swallow, health can swallow, family, that's an endless hole, and you can fill bucket loads of money into that, in school, in education, in house, in renovations, in whatever. And it's gone. It's depreciation. So what we recommend, instead of investing it everywhere, always take a certain portion of what you earn and put it into your savings. In actual fact, you could split your money into 7 parts and invest some into your social status, some into your learning, and that would even it out, and you would still have a certain amount of savings. So that's one way of doing it. Building muscles, financial muscles, is actually not that hard, and they go faster than building real muscles, which is, in my opinion, a lot more work. And all you need to do is keep it, save it, invest it wisely, and grow more and more and more. And it actually works that way, because if you have money, what will you do? You see better opportunities to invest it. And then you invest again, a certain portion of it, and you grow more. And it's just like an avalanche of opportunities and possibilities to make more. So starting that point at any given moment, and if it's with $1, and then you increase and you add every day until you get to the next opportunity, and then you build the next income stream. There is plenty of ways to establish that so that you don't have to work until you're dying. You can stop early and actually live off the returns when money works for you. Rather build additional income streams, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, now let's just look at the 4 reasons, and I'll divide them very clearly, why people have no money. And we talked about already the worth, the self-worth and beliefs, but the major reason is because you have nothing for sale. Service, hours, or products or any kind of education, whatever it is that you package, if you have nothing for sale, you have no income stream. So that's a very important thing. No clients to sell it to. Again, if you don't have a certain niche market, if you haven't evaluated who you can supply your products to, it's not going to work. No profit from sale, bad management, not really building it up properly, not having a proper sound calculation in the business structure, and no discipline in saving. We just talked about that, which is probably the most significant part of all. And that leads us now to create a product, to resolve number one. We've talked about that already in detail, but the major thing here is turn your knowledge that you have into money. We know that knowledge is money, knowledge is power. And if you translate it well, it can bring a constant income stream, and actually quite simple and easy. So let's get some ideas on how you can do that. What is your audience? What is your target market? There are billions of people who are stressed. Some of them don't know that they are. We've been in a clinic and they do a heart rate variability test, and then everybody was stress level peaked, even though they announced before, no, I'm quite relaxed, it's all good. People don't realize that we live in a tremendous stress level. And I said it about before, that noise that we have all the time from Facebook and TV and this and that, social media and Twittering and phone and going out. It's too much. We don't have that quiet time. So stress management, you could build a whole program just on solving that, which means you could help thousands of clients to actually find a solution to their health problems, adrenal burnout and all of that. So packaging that really well is great. I always say 10,000 business ideas. I have millions. My head is exploding with those ideas. I just need to catch up and do them all. Relationship problems. We had so many partners that go into that crisis of a disease where then a husband doesn't know how to handle and wants to walk out, or doesn't know how to help the partner, or is in disagreement. Marrying those two, giving them a possibility to communicating in both values and helping them to stay through and support each other is a phenomenal business on its own. And you will have thousands of clients available to you. So that's a possibility. Like Benedict was offering that course finding protocol, which now several of our coaches adopt because it's fantastic. You work with the client through and you help them to build their protocol. What is important? What do they need to look for? What kind of test should they do? And then they work with their local practitioners to have it done. Fantastic program and extremely needed. If you look at the concept of trauma, and that's something I found to be true, like Hammer said, about 80% of all cancer patients have a traumatic event as well. So dealing with the trauma, dealing with the loss, dealing with the injury or the effects that it had is a very important part of healing. A gentleman came and said, I want to cure my wife. And I said, well, does she want to be cured? So we looked at his approach, and that was very technical, buying every device, having everything at home, treating at home with nurses and running from clinic to clinic. Didn't work, no results, no response. She was in 5 clinics to be treated without any significant change. And when I said, I don't want to work with him, I would like to work with his wife, we sat down. She lost her child 5 years ago and didn't have anything to replace that loss, something to care for in her life. There was no more need to be in this world. So finding a solution to those things. Trauma is an incredible field where you can deal absolutely fantastic. And we teach in the red section at the end the whole mental approach to trauma, to disaster, to relationship stress, to all of that. So you could take that on as its own business environment and help people in that need. Like I said, you can help reading tests like the DNA test. You can follow through with detoxification programs, scared of getting cancer, you remember, and then helping people to prevent. Great way, before you get into big trouble, prevent, remove all the problems beforehand. You could do even pregnancy preparation, working with young girls and help them to detoxify, nutrify, build up a resilience and an immunity before they go into pregnancy to walk through and have afterwards great results. All right. Now, number 3, turn knowledge into money, actually providing a product that works. And this is where we say it's very easy. It doesn't cost you a lot. You can take your money and invest it into properties and bonds, but if you don't have a lot, if you have $100, that's really not giving you anything. So instead, invest it into creating a product. Now, I said before, you might have the knowledge and the power and the drive to solve certain things, but you need someone to build your website. You need someone to set up your landing pages and create some PDFs and all of that. And that's where you could invest your money that you've put together very wisely and then set up a product, solution to a problem, a course, an online course that you then sell. Now, the process is, like I said before, with our example of Janine, where she put out that Facebook ad. So you have the solution, you set a price, and then you put out Facebook, Google, Bing, all of those targeted markets where people search for that keyword, scared of getting cancer, prevent cancer, 3 keywords. You would set them up, and everybody who types that in gets to your page. And then you convert them with the promise, learn the 7 steps or learn the 10 steps or whatever you want to do. There is 100 different options for free. And that's how they sign up and they become your client, like Janine did. And then you turn them from the landing page into proof. You prove that you know, you prove that you have an understanding and a grasp. You turn them into a solution. They make the decision and become your clients. Very simple, very easy. And that works forever. If you say, I need this month a lot more clients because I have more expenses, I have something that I want to invest in, all you need to do is you increase your advertising and off you go. So there is plenty of options to do that. Really simple and really easy. And that's exactly what we will do in our business blueprint to get you going. And then do not spend all your money. Lesson 4, you remember here we were talking about no discipline in saving. Well, we safeguard. And again, we've got some very good tips how you can protect, how you can build up without using the money. And then work until money works for you, until you can actually relax. You can set up 6 or 7 online business so that you have several income streams without getting stressed. Well organized. You remember what we talked in the blue section? You can save so much time and really make one after the other instead of spending your time in chatting and losing all the time. Focus on a product, make it ready, and you're done. So, masterminds, very important. In the mastermind of the financial session, we help you determine pricing and check your offer. And that's a really great tool. Because when you think about how much is it worthwhile? Will somebody pay? Is it really good? Is my landing page converting? That's a big question to ask. And to have someone who gives you feedback, have people to check it out, test it out, is a phenomenal, advantage that I would have wished for my whole life. Sometimes you have to work so hard to get to that point and you have it all in your box. So that's a great point. And you can get all that. You can get the business blueprint. You can get the masterminds. You can get our app. I haven't even talked about the app. And the full-on coaching program, which takes you out of that range of giving general advice into very targeted disease course finding approach in our coaching program. So let's heal the future together. Turn your purpose into passion and success for yourself and for mankind, and step up to the task. I know it's a bit of a commitment, but I can tell you, once you've made it, it feels wonderful. All right. Now, one thing before we finish for today, I would like to clarify the 2 positions. Now, if you have a license to treat patients as an MD, as a doctor, as a naturopath, as a nutritionist, you can prescribe supplements, you can do already, you have a license to treat, then you would sign up for the certification of health professionals. You will have a bit of tougher tests. We check more that you really know because you deal with clients directly and you prescribe so that you find really the right approach. Whereas if you don't have a license to treat, if you just help clients to work with practitioners, if you help them to find the causes and then have a practitioner to do the test, then you would sign up for the health coaching certificate. And that's pretty much the only difference. We really want our practitioners to do it and our coaches to know how it's done and where you can get it. And that would be the main difference. So if you have a license to treat, blue, otherwise yellow, right? And we'll see you on the other side, where I will give you, if you press on any of those two buttons, where I give you the whole rundown of what's included and all the different options involved. See you soon, and I hope you have enjoyed this program.